Hey guys, so we got more information now since our last video where we talked about the next 5 DLC characters coming to Season 2 Street Fighter V. We finally have confirmation now from Capcom that the next 5 DLC characters are in fact brand new characters that have never appeared or at least been playable in a Street Fighter game. So finally, the cat's out of the bag. So much for that mistranslation chance. For all you people hoping that, RIP. Including myself, actually. It wasn't a mistranslation. It is definitely true. Event Hubs did an interview with Capcom's Matt Dahlgren regarding this, and he said, "The goal is to provide players with an option that fits every type of playstyle. Season 2 will continue down that path, and we're excited to get these new and unique characters into the hands of our players to put them to the test. Who knows, you could find your new main." I don't think that's a good enough reason though, personally, to just introduce new characters to the game for the sake of making sure the roster is as diverse as possible. I think you can do the exact same thing with returning characters and change their design instead. In fact, that's what they've already have done with the game. For example, I think Capcom did a great job with returning characters like Ken, changing his playstyle, or characters like Nash or Birdie come to mind. These characters have different appearances and different playstyles, and I think it was great. So why not do that with other fan favorite characters and bring them back and change their playstyles, and then we'd still have a diverse roster and still have the strength of these iconic characters to make people want to play and buy this game. So yeah, I'm not sure. And I said in my last video too that, Capcom is in no position right now to take these kind of risks. Like, I don't understand. Let's go back and look at Street Fighter 3, for example. When they alienated so many fans with just all these brand new characters. They originally weren't going to have Ken or Ryu in these games, but it wasn't from that backlash they actually shoehorned those characters in. I think Alex was supposed to be the main character. I don't know why they're not just going on history and just looking at that. And I don't understand why Capcom doesn't just compromise and have, 3 or 4 returning characters and have brand new characters in the same season. I know we did get Akuma, which is great, but why not have just a mix of both? That way, both people are happy. That's basically what I'm saying. Let's not forget that Street Fighter V has gone away with so much stuff that if any other fighting game did that, it would be RIP, man. It would be RIP if any other fighting game did that. That is the power of the Street Fighter IP. They're literally riding off of the Street Fighter IP. They're getting away with so much stuff with this game. And I don't know, man. I can't imagine a group of friends just sitting down together and being like, "Yo, man, did you hear that Satsuki is gonna be in Street Fighter V now?" And his friend's like, "Yo, man, you mean, yeah, man, that M. Bison doll that couldn't slash Zangief's chest with a katana? Dude, so gonna buy this game now." It's not gonna happen, man. We're only gonna hear characters like Sakura, for example, or characters like Sagat, like big iconic returning characters that will have people want to discuss and buy this game. I feel personally, anyways. So there is one really good outcome that we can salvage from this, with knowing that it's just brand new characters coming, and that is bringing in really strong iconic characters from other titles. For example, Tekken. They bring in a Tekken character. If they bring in like a Sony character, we know that Tekken has Akuma in it, and there's a lot of Street Fighter players that are gonna pick up Tekken 7 just because it has Akuma in it. King of Fighters, any King of Fighters characters, Darkstalkers, Rival Schools, etc. You guys know what I mean. If they bring in equally iconic characters from other titles, it would be good. It would definitely be a good idea for Street Fighter V, and it would be hype. There would be a lot of people excited for that. But for characters that are like already in the Street Fighter V story mode and all that, these characters aren't strong enough, I feel. Like the M. Bison dolls or something. Like Rashid's Butler, all those characters. I don't think it's strong enough, no matter how cool their playstyles are. It really is just about, the icon of the characters. So, speaking of which, let's talk about the updates on the DLC characters for Season 2. We still have no word on Capcom on the forecast of when these next characters will be released, on what months or any of that, or who they are for that matter, of course. But we have gotten more hints as of late. The biggest one is definitely Helen. So we suspected this before, based on the silhouettes, but there was actually an updated silhouette picture on the PSN store right next to Akuma. And on the Japan website, they have more silhouettes as well. That looks like, you can see like the full body now, and it looks so close to Helen. It is practically confirmed at this point. It is so damn close, from the boots to the jacket and the hat. I don't know, man. Like I said, it's just so damn close. I'm not saying for sure it's Helen, but it's like, it's just so up there, man. I'm pretty sure everyone thinks it's Helen at this point. I'm hearing some people say it's like Ingrid or something, but like, come on, guys. I think it's Helen, but we'll see what happens. The second character on the left, which some people suspected were Gotetsu, with the new updated silhouette, people now think it's Iori, which is crazy. But at first, you know, when I heard that, I was like, no way, man. How could you possibly think it's Iori? But when you look at the clothing and then you start to believe and you get desperate for these characters, you start to see things, man, I swear. And the clothing matches this silhouette so damn well for Iori. And if this was true, if Iori actually was in Street Fighter V, that would be so hype. It would be so hype. I'm not really a character fan myself, but I would be hype if Iori is in the game. Killy even said himself, if Iori is in the game, it would bring Killy back to Street Fighter V. That's how hype it would be. It would bring Killy back, man. And it's not a complete impossibility for a KOF character to be in the game. Like, we've had, you know, collaborations before with Capcom versus SNK, or, you know, Dead or Alive having Mai in it. It's not impossible. The chances are slim, but it's not impossible. But that would be hype if Iori was in the game for sure. I think he would fit really well in the game. But the rest of the characters, there's still nothing, like, there's nothing concrete still. For example, just the Suzuki, the Bison doll, the one with the katana. Capcom has hinted bringing dolls in past interviews, saying that, you know, there's a high chance there'll be a doll playable in this game. So Suzuki is like really up there. She's definitely a huge possibility. And plus on that silhouette, there's nothing we can really compare it to. It seriously looks like that character has a katana or a weapon. So it's like the only thing people can think of. I know there's that Hinata fan art picture, but it's a fan art picture, right? There's nothing else that could fit that silhouette. So Suzuki is up there. It's like a huge chance, just like Helen is. We also had some data mine files for Season 2 Street Fighter V, which I hoped would leak the Street Fighter, or the Season 2 characters altogether, but it hasn't. But we're seeing some weird files on Nadeshiko, which is Armika's partner, wrestling partner, and Azam, the Rashid's butler. But I don't know if they're like red earrings. It's not like huge files, like complete character files or anything like that. It's nothing concrete still. It's just more hints, I guess. But Capcom is going to be really careful to make sure these characters aren't leaked like they were in Season 1, so Capcom doesn't do, we're going to tell you anyways kind of thing, right? And the final character on the far right still looks like Garuda, even though Street Fighter EX would count as a Street Fighter game, I guess, right? Or Sodom, and we know before that they originally were going to have Sodom in Street Fighter V, so it just makes complete sense that they'd bring him now in Season 2, and they just changed what he looked like, because the silhouette looks more like Garuda than it does Sodom. But like I said, they could just change what the character looks like anyway, so your guess is as good as mine. So yeah. So what do you guys think about this whole situation? Do you guys even care? Do you think that they should have mixed up some returning characters? Are you guys really bummed out by this? Because like, it's an entire year. We know it's an entire year, you know, and the esports scene for Street Fighter V is growing. The game is growing on that side, but on the casual side, it's not. It seems like it's more about keeping players to play this game rather than bringing new players in. Just from my perspective, but we'll have to see. It doesn't mean that, you know, Season 3 comes along and we'll probably get a ton of returning characters, and then everyone will be happy by then. But this is just kind of like a roadblock for now. That are people that really wanted characters like Sagat or Sakura, or Third Strike characters like Q or Oral in the game, Necro, for example. It really does bum people out that really were hoping that these characters would be in. So I'm not sure. On top of that, you know, the people that are buying the Season Pass don't even know which characters are coming to the game. You know, as a Season Pass holder, you gotta gamble between paying for this Season Pass and then, you know, have a disappointment of knowing that there's no chance of your favorite returning character is coming back. So, I don't know. So, food for thought, guys, and just wanted to keep you guys in the loop. So yeah, that's all I have to say for now. Till next time, guys. Take care.